Advertisement Click Fraud Detection System, a survey. Web services have become an integral part of our day-to-day life, including the various advertisements viewed on websites. Revenue is generated by companies through advertisement by selling clicks, known as pay-per-click model. The company is paid for each click performed by the user on link published on the web page. The clicked link redirects the user to sponsoring company's content. Invalid clicks that are generated either by humans or through a software as a malpractice for earning money is known as click fraud. Several different time features are combined into a time print. Machine learning is performed for understanding up to what extent the unusual time prints occur in a data for distinguishing invalid clicks and identifying click fraud. The results generated shows that time prints are a useful tool for the improvement of the quality of click fraud analysis and increases the overall accuracy of the observations. Keywords fraud detection, logistic regression, support vector machine, traffic analysis, JavaScript. Introduction. According to one, in the online advertising market, the advertiser takes decision about the investments he would make for the advertising. The advertiser then chooses a rate plan created by the publisher which is suitable for his fixed budget and submits the advertisement for publishing. The ad network is responsible for contracts and legal matters with a publisher that displays the advertisement and receive a part of payment as a commission depending on the impressions made on the advertisement displayed. A variety of revenue models are used by the users and the publishers which can attract more customers to them and can help them earn profit as well. One such revenue model which is most commonly seen in the industry is the pay-per-click, PPC, model. According to 2, a fixed amount is paid by advertiser to the publisher for each click made by the user. Click fraud indulges in malpractices for deceiving the revenue model such as PPC by creating records for false clicking activities on online advertisement. The deceiver may have intentions of creating losses to the advertiser by increasing the false impression so that the advertiser pays more, or he may be the agent of the publisher to increase the profits. Pay-per-click, PPC, model has been implemented in 17 which shows that auctions and bidding play a vital role in the advertising economy. This has created opportunities for various IT companies and have boosted their wealth at a very high rate. The model exhibits properties such as aggregator relevance and effective conversion rates where keywords are entered by a user for searching a specific advertised product. According to 8, the advertiser is the one who aims to make a business with a profit through product selling by means of online advertising. Promotions can be shown on web page directly as a part of website or can be added as a pop-up related to an action of a user. The ad network generates economy by taking payments from the advertiser for the promotion on a website or an application. The creation, development, maintenance, and the deployment of the web page or the application is the responsibility of the publisher. Ad network behaves like a middleman between the advertiser and publisher and streamlines the process. Click fraud should not only be controlled from the technical point of view, but also involve the issue of integrity. If you want to cheat, no technology can be completely overcome and directly impact its market future. To solve click fraud well, or develop an effective strategy to prevent click fraud, or replace the current bidding ranking with another new business model, the current legislation is not perfect. Consideration to make use of laws to strengthen the constraint on click fraud is required. The purpose of the study in 21 is to prevent the click fraud, reduce the harm of click fraud to the internet, and make efforts to build a healthy and harmonious network. This paper has been categorized as follows. Section 2 gives the overview about the different existing research works and also explains the methodologies used previously. Section 3 provides an overview to the ideas and concepts in the proposed model. Section 4 concludes the paper with the observations and scope for future improvements. 2. Literature review. The advertiser may encounter the problem of online click fraud in various ways. With the high increase in the internet usage, the rate of click frauds has seen a steep climb over past few years. Multiple approaches for tackling the issues have been put forth by various researchers. The following literature gives a basic descriptive idea about various existing computational methodologies available. A regression. Machine learning methods such as timeprint and traditional classification model are used in 3. Click data associated with time to check the behavior of users at particular time is analyzed. In 7, traffic module, analysis module, and calculation module are used to monitor the behavior of user for click fraud detection. Pixel cluster used in 8 for transit monitoring. Cursor movements uses applet or JavaScript to keep track of transit of the cursor. It analyzes the cursor movements and determines the confidence level to check whether cursor movements are indicative of fraud. Client-side scripting and server-side scripting is performed in 10. It has click verification website to identify valid and invalid clicks and prevents advertising from getting billed for fraudulent activity. Support vector machine, SVM, model are implanted in 17 where AUC, area under curve, value of proposed algorithm is significantly improved in comparison with ELM and the weighted ELM-based method. The investigation on bot signature, distribution tests, scale families, and reference curves were used to design Microsoft click filtration system. The design in 21 includes real-time and near real-time components, and it also has consistent rapid update capability in fraud detection. In 22, JavaScript support and mouse event test were carried out along with browser functionality test and browser behavior examination that collected information about real-world click traffic. To perform effective identification of human and bot clicks, a vital element is the testing throughout the client's functionality at the advertiser's side, which is implemented at both the server as well as client sides, incurring negligible overhead. Filtering on rule-based, classification-based, and clustering-based are carried over data in 30. B. Support vector machine, SVM. The analysis in 9 concludes that performance of classification schemes is improved when data is pre-processed by performing feature selection and resampling. Resampling is done using SMOT and then performing classification using Autoboost with random forest as base classifier, which in turn produce the most improved results. Weights, ranks, and compared rank are assigned in 13 along with the threshold. The algorithm can be implemented in a system that involves the processing of multiple entities which are required to test and compare the results in multiple environments. Python programming language has been used in 16 where online rules and offline rules are implemented to check the IP address, the number of clicks on the IP address, and movement of cursor before clicking on the ad. This data is used to determine the normal person behavior and fraudulent behavior. Probability-based model approach is implemented in 25, which is better than learning-based probabilistic estimator model. It has distorted towards particular time indexed label that hampers the accuracy. It is possible to even predict a behavior on the second scale of time or even a smaller time scale, which gives better results. See traffic analysis. The algorithm in 5 helps to determine the frequently occurring patterns without using top K optimization with real-time clicks. The method extracts information about click process events. It also describes the frequency of click of the sample events. Using the weightage of click stream, it is able to calculate evaluation score. The data is used to generate click stream density function. However, the selection of K value in this method is very important and is optimized in subsequent research. 11 refers to the Internet advertising service platform using defense system that have been established using the third party to detect the click fraud, which uses random forest classification algorithm producing highly accurate results of positive class 93% and negative class 91%. The proposed fraud detection in 14 uses CSBPNN classification and SMOT. BPNN is implemented in the variable click fraud detection algorithm environment, which avoids the local optimization of neural network and feature redundancy using artificial bee colony. Data mining, honeypot, traffic analysis is used in 23 to verify whether the advertisement is normal, so that if any ad is being detected, then honeypot sticks to it and exposes the bot, leading to blocking of its IP. In 29, content match advertising, social engineering attacks, phishing, and blacklist evasion bidding style, in which Bing search process is used, which consists of policies. If any of the policy have not been satisfied by the ad, then that ad will be detected as fraudulent. D. JavaScript. Light GBM, light gradient boosting machine, algorithm is implemented in 2. When there is a data which contains multiple attributes, feature parallelism can be implemented concurrently. When a large amount of data needs to be processed concurrently, the data parallelism is brought into use. Voting parallelism focuses on data in which attribute has multiple features and votes for decision making. The prime advantage is the high performance along with the reliability and availability over traditional logistic regression models. Feature engineering of the data along with appropriate selection allows to improve the detection performance. The methodologies used are logistic regression, support vector, machine random forest and multinomial naive Bayes, where 100,000 random inputs were given and the discriminator classified 63,000 as valid clicks and remaining as invalid clicks, and it also provided good accuracy in determining the valid and invalid click. Miscellaneous. In 1, machine learning, heuristic search and naive Bayes method were used for fraud detection on very high dataset using logged event-based, client-based, heuristic search, click IPS and explored conversion sparsity, which achieves very high precision on unbalanced dataset. In 6, data analysis algorithms such as k-nearest neighbor for recognizing click fraud are used. Special JavaScript on advertiser's website is included which collects the important information about used behavior. JavaScript validation is performed in 2 to check click on HTTP request to detect the malware whether it executes the attack in a time period when there is a high traffic, busy period. FC fraud also works in case a user has a touch screen monitor. Adding FC fraud to the OS can serve the online advertising. Attention mechanism, stacked autoencoder and sparse data. Prediction is implemented in 18, which has improved the click-through rate, and most importantly it automatically learns from the data with any human domain knowledge. In 19, techniques like logistics regression, naive Bayes, support vector machine and decision tree have been used. Frequency of timestamp of user on website is checked and the time user spent on the website is analyzed. Traffic partitioning, pooling, and isolating click spam are used in 24 for traffic analysis. The network click stream is analyzed thoroughly for recurring patterns that may show up due to anomalous activities, thus increasing the efficiency. Automated click fraud based on clickable CAPTCHA is used in 26, which requires simple operation and less storage space. Click fraud is identified based on valid users. In 27, an Android application has been designed which provides high true positive rates and low false negative rates. It accesses the phone application to check for frauds on the web ads. Exploratory data analysis, data pre-processing, and data prediction is performed in 28 for click fraud detection. The proposed model has been developed to detect and minimize the malwares. 3. Methodology. Data collection. Dataset is collected from Kaggle named Talking Data Ad Tracking Fraud Detection Challenge, which contains attributes such as click_time, IP, app, device, OS, channel, attributed_type, and is_attribute, but we are focused on IP address and click_time to detect the fraud. Data pre-processing. Collected dataset from Kaggle needs to be pre-processed in order to eliminate the null and unwanted values by using Weka/Python tool. Weka has applications such as pre-process, classify, cluster, select attribute and visualize. The system needs to implement the rules which are called as offline rules. Offline rules will appear such as blacklist rule and time period rule, where blacklist rule will maintain the blacklist IPs which occur frequently. When the user visits the website, its IP address will be matched with the blacklist IPs to check if it a fraudulent IP. Time period rule will detect the fraud based on the time that the normal person and fraud agent/botnet will utilize to click on the ad. The model uses logistic regression method. This method basically implements the sigmoid activation function where the decisions can be made as following.